very good morning to the wise and honorable judges and fellow friends. On this fine day, I would like to present a speech on the advantages and disadvantages of bringing smartphones to school. Ladies and gentlemen, smartphones are becoming more essential in our daily life. Since the creation of smartphones, life is not the same anymore. Smartphones are used in almost every aspect of our life. The education field is also involved in the use of smartphones as a tool of communication and information. It has become a must-have item to everyone, including school students. If I ask the audience whether they have smartphones, most of us will say yes. Am I right? Well, as for now, this question excludes school students because they are still prohibited to bring smartphones to school. But if students are allowed to do that, most probably all of us will say yes. But then, is it a good idea to allow students to bring smartphones to school? In every story, there are two sides of contrasting ideas. Therefore, I would like to take this opportunity to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of allowing students to bring smartphones to school. Let me start my speech by stating the first advantage. Students bringing smartphones to school make communication easier, especially between parents and their children. It allows them to communicate with each other at any time. Back then, parents often had no idea on where their children are. With smartphones, parents are able to check on their children and arrange for transportation. In addition, they can also deliver important information at any time. For example, children can inform their parents what their activities are. Thus, parents are less worried. It is easier to access the internet, which enables students to improve their learning experiences. There are many online platforms which enable students to conduct discussion with their teachers and friends. This is more efficient in terms of saving time and energy. Some smartphones can be extremely useful tools during emergencies. For instance, if students are not feeling well or something happens to them, smartphones enable them to immediately contact their families. So, immediate action can be taken. With the technology available, smartphones help students to gain knowledge more efficiently. Dear members of the floor, now I will focus on the disadvantages of students bringing smartphones to school. It is undeniable that smartphones enable students to access more unlimited sources of knowledge which might not available in the textbooks. However, it could also be the other way around. Students might use the internet to search for another information or more fun and exciting sites instead of learning materials. Unless they are in control of themselves, it is doubtful that students are able to stay on the right track. Next, by bringing smartphones to school, and issues may occur. Yes, stolen smartphones. Since they are becoming more attractive and affordable for some students, there are good chances of smartphones being stolen. This might happen because some students might not able to afford smartphones. Thus, the only way for them to have them is by stealing them. They may use the stolen smartphones for their own use or make extra money by selling it with lower prices. Students who bring smartphones to school need to be extra careful to not be clumsy and forgetful. They also need to take precautions as to avoid the smartphones being lost. We know that smartphones are not cheap. Should issues like this arise, the consequences are quite stressful both for students and their parents. It may affect the students emotionally and distract their concentration too. Smartphones may cause distractions towards the students' learning process. Some students may not shut off or forgot to put their smartphone smartphone in silent mode in the classroom. Let's say they get phone calls during lesson. What do you imagine may happen? It will certainly distract all the students and the teacher's attention, right? This is surely would create uncomfortable and unpleasant situation. Students who do not possess high self-discipline and self-control, especially those who are sitting for major examination, may use the smartphone to play games during lessons. The passion to learn would decrease, and this is bad for the school performance. With so many students in the classroom, teacher could overlook their students. Total control over such mischievous act is quite impossible. Ladies and gentlemen, I have lined out the pros and cons of allowing students to bring smartphones to school. Now it is up to us to decide and choose the best solution on this issue. That's all for now.